Welcome back, everybody. And this is a little bit of a somber episode here.
Maybe for
I,
you.
yeah, for me,
Yeah.
I think for people that were third party, this was definitely an entertaining weekend. But yeah, Cole, I'll let you take it away. So I am joined by my co-host Cole Cunningham here to recap the divisional round. Cole, you wanna take it away?
Yeah, man. Yeah, first of all, I just gotta say, dude, we are so back. Um,
Yes. This is our
you know,
first joint episode in a long time.
it's been a minute, you
Yeah.
know? So I'm glad for that. But yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. As a fan of a bad NFL team, this was a really good playoff weekend. I thought we saw some really good, entertaining games, and I'm excited to recap all of them, really.
Heck yeah.
Um, yeah, not really any stinkers. Maybe like the results kind of stunk. But I thought the games itself overall really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um okay, let's hop into our first game on Saturday. Texans versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs defeat the Texans 23 to 14. And this game honestly went exactly how I thought it was going to go.
It was a very devil magic-y game, you know?
Yeah.
Like the Texans, they kind of kept it close the whole time, and then just close to the end there, the Chiefs just pull away with it. Just like they've done really all year.
Right. Right. Yeah. And the thing is at the end of the day, I have a lot of memes up here, obviously, about which I don't know.
The officiating
I is that picture in the bottom right real? It can't be real, can it?
in the bottom.
Because I've seen this picture everywhere, and people are actually asking what Andy Reid is even doing. Because when I first saw it, I was like, "There's no way this picture is real." But then after seeing it so many times, like, what is going on?
Hey man. I don't think that's real,
Okay.
but it'd be funny if it was.
We need to get some confirmation because
Yeah, we need the league officials
some
to
things just write
rule
themselves,
this.
I guess.
Yeah. Um, I wasn't too like mad at the officiating. Obviously, okay, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that because I thought the some of those roughing the passer calls, those quote unquote helmet to helmets, those are awful. Those are really bad calls.
Right.
But I don't think if you were a Texans fan, I don't think you say the refs cheated us out of this game.
And
Just in my opinion.
no, and that's the point that I was starting to make because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the Texans offense just completely stalled out towards the end at the
Yeah.
wrong time, and they could not move the ball at all. So it's not the refs' fault that the Texans lost by any means, but it's just the beginning of the game. I think it does, have an impact on your confidence a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely sets like a bad precedent, going for the rest of the way.
But it wasn't like the Texans were down like two touchdowns or three touchdowns. Like they were in the game the whole time. So
Yeah, it was. I thought, like I said, it was pretty close the whole time. I was kind of paying attention to it closely for most of the game.
right. As you can see on the screen, Patrick Mahomes took a class at LeBron's School of Flopology. And it was really interesting to see because this was like the first Chiefs game that I've seen really where the commentators were like actually kind of
A little anti-Mahomes.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
very anti-Mahomes esque and
It's
and
mostly Troy Aikman, to be honest with you, kind of just kind of
which
just
a
shitting on the officiating,
Troy
which is
Aikman
funny.
honestly a W right there. Because if it was Tony Romo, which oh dear God, we will talk about Tony Romo later
Oh
on
my
this
God,
video.
dude.
He is so fucking awful. I can't believe he's still an announcer.
Hey
Anyways,
man, they liked him a decade ago. He's got to still be on our screens, you know?
oh dear God, man.
We'll get into that.
Um, but here's what I fear, and
I do want to
now
talk
we'll get
about.
yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt
No,
you. I
no,
do want
no.
to talk
I
about the
really didn't have
game.
a point. I really didn't have a point there. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I do notice like Mahomes, he really does like he's not really like for the whole regular season, he doesn't really like take off at all. But every time in the playoffs, I feel like he's more like prone to running. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I feel like he does it a lot more.
yeah,
And I feel like he kind of shows that off more in the playoffs. That's just something that I've noticed, and it's interesting how he kind of just adapts his style of play when he reaches the playoffs like that.
Yeah.
That's my Mahomes glazing.
No, no, no. Well, here's the thing. There's two things that you can rely on come playoff time when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes running the ball to pick up first downs using his legs out of nowhere, and Travis Kelsey having 100 receiving yards and coming up clutch every time. This is what happened last year, if I remember right, or at least the year before, where Travis Kelsey kind of started to fizzle out towards the end of the regular season, and then all of a sudden, come
Yes.
playoff time, he just became the best tight end to ever play the game. And he's gonna do it again. Like he did it in this game. He had a fantastic game in front of his girl T Swift
And Caitlin Clark, by the way.
and Caitlin Clark, who was also in
Yeah.
attendance. Yeah, yeah. I didn't know those two were friends, but hey,
Yeah, interesting combo.
gotta
Nightmare
make
blunt rotation right there. I can't lie. I can't lie.
that's the truth. But yeah, man. So I think that those two things right there you can heavily rely on when it comes to playoff football with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, Uncle Kelsey still got it in the playoffs, man. Like on
Dude,
that big
he's
play, on that like 40-yard play, dude, he was clocking like 13 miles an hour, bro.
what
He was he
I was
was
like, he looks so
crazy.
slow, but he
Oh my
somehow
God.
gets it done. I don't
Still
know.
got it.
What did you think of the shove from the Texans special teamer there?
It was weird.
I don't really know what was going on
I
because,
think I don't okay. I don't know what happened. Obviously I wasn't like there on the
well, and the
sideline.
penalty was on that player, if I remember right. Chris Boyd, I
Yeah.
think his name is.
Yeah, I think what happened is like I think that Boyd thought that the Texans recovered the fumble, and so maybe he was hyped
That's what it
because
looked like. That's what it.
yeah,
It looked like a
that's
hype shove.
yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Even when you look at the picture that I have on the slide, it looks like the coach is like hyped up and he's shoving them like, "Let's fucking go." I don't know.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I didn't. To me, it almost looked like it was just like a miscommunication.
Yeah, it was odd. It
Yeah,
was odd.
yeah. So, I mean, that last point you might be able to take out if it was a happy one, but
Yeah.
oh no, you good about this game? Apparently, the Rizzler was in attendance.
Yeah, he was, man. He made a big boom on the game there.
Yeah,
Helping the Chiefs win here. So
yeah,
good for him.
yeah. Um,
Good effort from the Texans though, I'll
a-
say that.
absolutely. So, coming up next, we have the Commanders versus the Lions, and this was the game I could watch like the most intensely because I was completely off, no distractions. But the Commanders defeat the Lions 45-31. What's your takeaways, Cole?
What a game. Uh,
Yes,
this was incredible, just like story wise and just like actual like the product on the field. This was a great game. I was out with the lady, and we were grabbing dinner while this game was on, so I was kind of trying to pay attention to it. And yeah, I was kind of just looking at the score, seeing all the big plays happen. I was like, man, the Commanders, they might fucking do it. And then here we are with
here we
the
are.
Washington Commanders, with a rookie quarterback, with Cliff Kingsbury as their offensive coordinator in the NFC Championship game.
I remember us like roasting the Commanders for making that hire.
Yeah. So we look stupid, Like
We
that's
do.
kind of the theme here.
We do. I think 2024 to 2025 was a season of making people look stupid.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I the second quarter of this game was some of the best football I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. The Jamison Williams long run touchdown run that you see with that touchdown celebration where he was air humping the ground.
Yeah.
That play was amazing. The Terry McLaurin play, the pick six, the Sam Laporta one-handed catch, one of the nastiest catches I've ever seen a tight end make, which is going to be overshadowed because they lost this game. But I don't know if you saw
Oh
that.
yeah.
That was insane, especially watching live. But yeah, this game was very, very fun. And things kind of started to go spiral out of control for the Lions towards the end. But Yeah, it's unfortunate. I really wish that these two teams met in like the NFC Championship or something like that because I was rooting for both of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have like a preference for who won this game,
Mm-mm.
but I mean, the Commanders doing it. I mean, that's just I mean, that's incredibly impressive. Like, I mean,
The goofball striked again.
yeah, man, this is a really bad time for the goofball to kind of to show up. Um,
He
but yeah,
showed
that
out.
really, yeah, he showed up and he most certainly showed out. I mean, he showed out so much that they threw Teddy Bridgewater in this game for a second there, dude.
They did, but that was after Jared Goff got absolutely rocked on
I
that
know,
pick
but
six.
like,
That was brutal, man. That hit that
I
he took.
it was insane.
I've
But
never
like,
seen like a quarterback go from standing straight up to just on his ass so quick. It was
yeah,
insane. Um, I just wish someone would do that to Patrick Mahomes, man. I know that's fucked up, but why is the goofball getting that treatment? I like the goofball.
oh my
Why
God,
can't it happen
man,
to like Patrick Mahomes or someone like that?
that's crazy.
Uh, but anyways,
Also,
yeah, go ahead,
yeah,
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Diami Brown, dude. Good for
Diami
him.
Brown is insane.
Good for him for having this
That
great of a game against.
Tampa Bay game to this game, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, doing this against, when you're going against the receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown, who kind of roasted you when he was talking about how like how are these guys drafted before me like Diami Brown. Like
Bro,
that's good. That's good for Diami, man.
no, no, 100%. And I'd say as much as I love the Lions, like I love the Lions this season, it really made me sad to see them lose. Amon-Ra St. Brown was kind of getting way too cocky. He was talking
Yeah.
a lot this season, and
Yeah.
it's kind of funny to see it come crashing down. But
Yeah, fellow podcaster Amon-Ra St. Brown.
yeah, man, he's gonna hop on the pod again,
Yeah, dude, I can't believe we share a career with Amon-Ra St. Brown, even though we don't get paid for this.
even though it's not even close at all.
Yeah.
Um, Commander special teamers have the easiest job in the world because you know if it's fourth down, the Commanders just are gonna stay out there, and they are
Yeah.
so damn good at it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing that I love too is it's been winning them games obviously, and also they didn't get discouraged when towards the beginning of the game they did a 4th and 2, and it was like this weird, or it was like 4th and 1, and it was like this weird Marcus Mariota like snapped the ball and then he was supposed to like pitch it back to Jaden Daniels or something, but then his
Yeah.
arm got caught by Brian Robinson, and then he just got so the fact that that happened and Dan Quinn didn't get discouraged and didn't go away from that game plan, I don't know. I just think that I think good on them.
Yeah, he let Cliff Kingsbury cook.
He did.
Like I I gotta say, man, Cliff Kingsbury, great offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Great offensive coordinator, dude.
Not a good head coach.
No, horrible head coach, horrible like culture guy. But as an offensive coordinator right now, dude, he's doing a fantastic
That dude
job.
can cook for sure.
And the Commanders are in a great situation because like he's not getting any like head coach talk like at all, like
No.
right now.
Ben
Maybe,
Ben Johnson,
yeah, Ben
on
Johnson.
the other hand,
He
might
will he
that
will be a head
he
coach.
will, and he'll probably go to the Raiders where he'll probably die.
That'd be the stupidest thing. There's no way he goes to the
That's
Raiders,
like
bro.
head coach hell right there. That's head coach purgatory. That's where head coaches go to die.
He's a bear. He is a bear. All
Once
right.
again, that's where head coaches go to die. I don't think it
Yeah,
matters.
but you kind of got stuff to work with over there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like the Raiders where it's like, Jesus Christ,
That's
what the hell
true.
are they doing over here?
That's true. Hey, but one of my bullet points, doing a trick play down 10 in the fourth, wasn't surprised at all. Now, if I was watching any other team other than the Detroit Lions, I would have been shocked. But and I remember watching this play too, and I was like, this is gonna get intercepted. Watch. And I'm not even trying to pull a LeBron. I'm not even trying to pull a LeBron.
No, I believe you, man. I
But I
believe
just saw Jameson Williams take that ball, look to throw, and I'm like, this is getting intercepted.
you.
And sure enough, it did. But that's the most Dan Campbell thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, to even like throw that, It's
Dude,
so
just
fucking
get rid
funny,
of it. What?
dude.
Dude tried to play hero ball.
Bro thought he was Josh Allen, man. That's crazy.
Um, but I want to talk about our last bullet point here before we move on, and it's an important one to me. When you're talking about the Lions, um, the Commander. Obviously I was rooting for either of these teams, and once again, I don't want to pull LeBron, okay? But right after the Commanders beat the Buccaneers, I was afraid that this was going to happen, that the Commanders were going to make this a close game, or that they were going to win and then get destroyed in the NFC Championship. I am coming down to say right now, depending on Jalen Hurts' health, I don't think that the Commanders have a chance to beat the Eagles. And with, people might,
I
we might come
agree.
back, on this video, and people might say I'm an idiot when Jane Daniels is in the Super Bowl. But I'm just
Yeah.
being realistic here. This is a Cinderella story that's going to come to an end in Philadelphia, and we're going to see the Eagles in the Super Bowl again. But at the same time, what I have to remember is that if the Lions won, they would not have lasted long. They wouldn't have beat the Eagles either because
They're
this
too hurt.
defense, yeah, there's two
They're too
hurt,
hurt.
and this defense is Swiss cheese, and that's
Yeah.
just not going to win in the playoffs. So it was unfortunate, especially when I was watching this Lions offense in the first half when they were moving the ball downfield. They're just so fun to watch, and that is the football that I want to watch in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it sucks that they got so hurt this year, but I don't know.
Yeah, and I
That's my
mean,
takeaway.
yeah, and all those injuries to just go 15-2. That's impressive, dude. Like,
Yeah,
hats off to the Lions for that. And I mean, I do agree. I don't think the Commanders will. I don't know how they'll fare
I
in the
guess
championship
it's not so
game.
much as me being realistic. It's just I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, but
because
and I do agree with you with the like when the Commanders won, you're kind of thinking like, they kind of have like what you need to beat the Lions. They got that mobile quarterback. They kind of have an established offense that's,
yeah,
able to put up a lot of points. I feel like it wasn't a crazy thing to say that they were gonna make it close. I feel like a
yeah,
lot of people at the end of the day were like, they'll cover the spread because I think they were like 10-point underdogs. There's no way it's gonna be
no,
that far out. And here we are. They win convincingly.
yeah. And the thing is the if the Bucks won, I could see the Lions winning and going to the NFC Championship just because they could possibly take advantage of mistakes on because the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield threw 16 interceptions this season. I love Baker, but
Jesus Christ.
but at the end of the day, they could have benefited off of some turnovers. But Jane Daniels and this Commanders offense, they've made no mistakes. They've been playing safe football.
Yeah.
So other than obviously going for every fourth down, but they're actually getting it. They're not turning over the ball. So I knew that these two teams were closer on paper than people thought. And but I didn't think they were going to win. I still picked the Lions in my predictions.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on. We talked about this game for a long time. It was a good game though.
Yeah, it was a great game. Shout out to the Commanders, man.
Um, we got the Rams versus the Eagles. The Eagles defeat the Rams 28-22. Uh, and I want to talk about my next bullet point here. Snowy conditions. Now, I know people love the snow. I know it's classic, it's awesome. It makes the games look so much more vintage and cool.
Yes.
But hear me out. Is it
I think
good?
I know what you're gonna say, and I kind of I feel like I know where you're going with this. Go ahead though.
Is it good for the game of football? Especially when it gets down to the playoffs, when teams' seasons are on the line. And I'm not saying that that's the reason the Rams lost. Absolutely not. I think the Eagles were a better football team no matter what. Um, but I think that it's just interesting to think about how different this game could have been. And also in the playoffs, what do you want to see? You want to see high flying action. You want to see, offenses move down the field. It's hard to do that in these snowy conditions. Players are dropping the ball all the time, which is fun. It is fun. But the ball is so slippery. It's hard to make good plays. I don't know. And my last point here that I want to make, and this is something that people talk about all the time, is it makes an unfair advantage for those teams that go into the playoffs, like the Eagles, like the Chiefs. Like any team that has snow, like the Bills, which once again, I'm not saying the Ravens lost because of that. They're used to playing in cold conditions. Um, but like those teams that, let's say they play an Arizona Cardinal team or a Miami Dolphin team, which is what happened a couple years ago. Sometimes it's annoying to see that a team is going to lose because it's too cold or it's snowing and they're not used to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like I do feel like it is great for the aesthetic, obviously, but the
Yes.
quality of play is it does
It's
take a
shitty.
dive.
And I
Yeah.
and I want to see good football in the playoffs. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say though, we did see some good football from
Oh, and
Saquon Barkley.
and this might be a mute point just because we still saw an entertaining game, high scoring game for how snowy it was.
Yeah.
And this whole playoffs, we've seen fun games. It
Yeah, and
hasn't
it
it
was a
hasn't
good game too,
yeah, it
you
hasn't
know? Like it
hindered
came
it
down
at
to the
all.
wire.
Hasn't hindered it at all. I'm just bringing up the point just because both of these games today were so snowy.
Yeah. And but yeah, no, this game it was kind of close, which I kind of saw like that happening just because I
Yeah.
feel like the Rams kind of just carried that momentum of just
Dude,
kind
the
of
Ram
belt to assing the Vikings, bro. And I was like, dude, they could fuck around and win this game, and that's what I predicted. I thought the Rams were gonna come in and win, and they almost did.
Um, yeah, and Jared Verse had a very good game. I think he had 2 sacks.
Dude, Jared versus
I
awesome.
can't be. I could be wrong. And he also came into this game saying that he hates the Eagles, or he hates Eagles fans, which I thought was awesome.
Hey, he just like me for real,
No, dead ass.
just like me.
And hey, he backed up his shit talk. Even though the Rams lost, he still had like 2 sacks, and he had that 1 sack where Jalen Hurts did like a full on like 360. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did see that, and like as a Cardinals fan, you know, seeing Aaron Donald finally leave my life forever just for Jared Verse to walk in,
It's a little concerning.
uh, yeah, very not happy with that. But as a just an NFL watcher, Jared Verse is a great player.
He is. He is. Yeah. And the last point I want to make with this is actually not the last point, but one thing I want to say about this game is, you know that meme where it's like a X-ray of someone's lungs,
Yeah, I'm seeing the
and
meme
it's
you're
like a
talking about.
dog. There's just like a pit bull or whatever.
Yeah,
To me, that's the Rams this season. They started off like what 1-4,
yeah,
then went to the playoffs, won the division, beat fucking yeah, like you said, put belt to ass to the Vikings,
to the 14 win Vikings,
and
dude.
then came so close because if they scored that touchdown and got an extra point, they would have won this game,
Yeah,
or at least gotten close to it. So
yeah. Problem is Stafford fucking airmailed that fourth down ball. I don't know what the fuck he was doing there, but anyways. I was like, what the fuck? That's how it's gonna end, dude.
that's a goofball
Like,
play right there.
dude, yes, it was.
Anyways, is there anything that you want to add on?
Um, not really. I just want to say Saquon Barkley really is this. He is the Eagles' offense.
He is.
Like, I know he's not the most important player, quote unquote, or most important position, but he's like, without him, this team is fucked.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And the Rams' defense in these two playoff games they were in, incredible. I think they had
Defensive
a
line.
total.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, 16 sacks in 2 games, 2 playoff
That's
games. Jesus
ridiculous.
Christ, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's got to be a record.
I think it's close. Like I think like it's fifth all time for just like a playoff run, like the most sacks in a playoff run,
But
and they
within like
played
a
two
2 game
games.
span,
Yeah,
it's got to be that's crazy.
yeah.
And I think Braden Fisk, didn't he miss most of this game?
Yeah, he was out of it. Yeah, he came out. I think he missed most of the second half.
Yeah. So that's really impressive. All right. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, here we go, dude. This is rough for Otto here. We got a great Sunday night game. Um, but unfortunately, the Bills do defeat the Ravens here 27-25. And my God, Mark Andrews, that is not that's not good football right there. You got to bring that in. You got to bring that in. But it's gonna suck because this game is gonna definitely hurt for Lamar narratives, even though I thought he did very well.
That last drive
Despite
was legacy. That's a legacy drive
that
right there.
that was an
That
incredible
Mark
drive.
Andrews. Yeah.
I will say though, Lamar, what he did have a couple mistakes in this game. like the interception and the fumble there. Little little goofbally from himself there. But I don't think you should like shoulder this loss on Lamar.
No. Um, I'm trying to stay level headed. I don't really think that this loss has hit me yet. It's been very
Yeah.
recent. This I don't know if you guys know, we're recording this video like an hour after this game, or like probably 2 hours at this point.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours after the game.
Um, it just doesn't even feel real. It either doesn't feel real, like it hasn't hit me yet, or this is just what happens every fucking year, and I'm just used to it at this point.
Hey
Last
man,
last year it was the goal line fumble by Zay Flowers.
who
This
didn't play in this
year,
game by the way?
what's that? Who
Who
didn't
didn't
play? Who didn't
yeah, didn't
play?
play in
But
this game.
um, this year it's Mark Andrews, who just absolutely sold this fucking game.
Yeah, he's gonna get ran out of Baltimore for that. I don't even think he's gonna go back to
I don't think
Baltimore.
I don't think he should.
Yeah, I
I
really
genuinely don't
yeah.
think, being concerned for his safety, I do not think that he should return to the city of Baltimore. Dude, you know the pain that he just caused so many goddamn fans.
Oh my God.
He ruined the chance for the Ravens to get their revenge on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
But speaking of revenge here, we're getting Bills Chiefs part 875. So I'm excited for that because I really do think, and I probably said this the last like 2 years now, that the Bills could do it. But this time, Otto, trust me, I really think they could do it.
I don't know. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know if Cole, if you saw my playoff bracket that I made. My playoff bracket, my Super Bowl prediction was Eagles and Chiefs.
Yeah,
And
another Super Bowl rematch for the Chiefs.
another rematch for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And I did that because I didn't want to get my hopes up. And I think that's what's going to happen. So I'm just saying that now. I'm just saying that now. It's going to be Chiefs Eagles because I am not getting my hopes up for another year.
But wouldn't Bills Eagles be so cool? Wouldn't that be so
It
fun?
would be so fun. Cole, you have no idea. I would be so excited to see Saquon and the Eagles go up against Josh Allen and the Bills, but I just don't think that the football gods love us that much.
You're probably right, but I don't want you to be right.
I know. I don't want to be right either. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Um, but I wanna bring it back to the Ravens game here. The biggest arch enemy of the Baltimore Ravens, specifically in the playoffs and even in the regular season, is the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
Year
All their
after
mistakes
year,
they're kind of self-inflicted.
year after year, they are very self-inflicted, and it's
Yeah.
so frustrating to see all the teams that we have wasted. 2019, we went 14-2, and funnily enough, we lost to Derrick Henry, who ran all over us in the divisional round. That
Threw a
was
touchdown as well, by the way, in that game.
who threw a touchdown as well.
Yeah, more than Lamar.
Who That was the start of this, what is it now, 6 year depression.
The downward spiral.
That was the start. Okay. Then last year, I would say, was the next game. We had a couple years in there where Lamar got hurt, and then we were in the wild card round, lost to the Bengals with Tyler Huntley as our quarterback. That was whatever. We didn't have much expectations at that
Pro
point.
Bowl quarterback Tyler Huntley, by the
Pro
way.
Bowl, Pro,
Yeah.
Pro Bowl quarterback.
Shows you how fucking real that is. Um,
Exactly. And then last year with the Chiefs, now this year with the Bills. I mean, I genuinely think that this is why I drink alcohol.
hey man, welcome to the club, dude. Cardinals fan over here, man.
It's brutal, man. It's brutal
You know,
seeing.
I think your team has more playoff wins in your lifetime than my team has like in existence.
It's
So
true. It's true. I'm just so tired of getting my heart broken every single time.
no, dude, I'm kind of glad I'm a Cardinals fan because it's like we don't really have expectations. I kind of just go in
You
being like,
just
yeah,
fly
dude,
through the season.
we get to 9 wins, dude. Cool, you know.
Exactly.
Everything else is plus. We couldn't even get to that though, but hey, I'll take it.
All I gotta say is Isaiah likely better be the starting tight end next year, and Mark Andrews should be nowhere near this team.
Yeah, Mark Andrews should probably get sent to like Guantanamo Bay.
I don't even
Um,
know. I don't even know what his contract situation looks like.
Me either.
But he needs to be gone. He needs to be. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean yeah, you can't drop that there.
brutal, man. Brutal. Every fucking year. I'm like I said, at this point, I'm just not even surprised. This is. I honestly, in my head, at the beginning of the game, I thought it was gonna be a missed Justin Tucker field goal that was gonna break my heart. But no, it was even worse than that. It was a ball that was in his hands. All he had to do was fall on the ground with it, and he dropped it.
Yeah,
Not to mention the fucking fumble that he had earlier in the game, where he just gave it to the other team.
yeah, that was a wild fumble.
Um, I just don't understand. Listen, I know maybe John Harbaugh was trying to just give his boys some more confidence or something after that fumble. Why? And a lot of people are saying, "Hey, Derrick Henry should have ran the ball." We were getting stuffed up the whole game with Derrick Henry, except for that one drive that we had where we marched down the field. Other than that, though, it wasn't dependable as it usually is. So I understand the pass, and they set it up perfectly. If that was Isaiah Likely, we would probably have a tie game, and we would have been watching overtime football.
Yeah, it would have been a classic.
But why did we throw it to Mark Andrews? I don't get it.
Hey, that's when old reliable becomes not so old reliable. He's got to see what Travis Kelce's doing. He's got to get on that.
Bro,
I guess he can't
yes.
though. He can't really date Taylor Swift. It's kind of taken.
Yeah.
So essentially, he's fucked. So yeah, Mark Andrews, get ready to learn XFL.
Fucking sucks, man.
Yeah,
All right, so anyways, this is the last part of the video. I just wanted to look at my divisional. These were my divisional predictions, Cole. I was
yeah,
actually kind of right on the money with the Chiefs game.
yeah, dude. Look
I
at
was
that.
1 point off. That's crazy.
Yeah,
See, I predicted a close game between the Lions and Commanders. I thought the Lions were still going to win, but still thought it was going to be high scoring. And Commanders had way more of a fight than that.
yeah.
Um,
This Zoom's about to go out soon, by the way. Just letting you know. Yeah, less than a minute.
okay.
Yeah,
Rams, Eagles won, and yeah, fuck it.
yeah. No,
But
good divisional round. Before we get out of here, I'll just do my championship predictions. I think it's gonna be a Bills Eagles Super Bowl.
Chiefs, Eagles, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in the next one, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already, and we appreciate all the support. Anyways, life is depression right now. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to get over this loss. Probably longer than the last time, but I'm used to it at this point, like I said. So, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever you're doing right now. I will see you guys in the next video. Later.